Hey guys. I think it's working. This one is like if you're going to work with disabled people, you should seek supervision. And then when you go to leave a person and cease services with them, you don't blame their disability for your mental health and make them feel bad and worse about the way their life has become because of their disabilities. Like, you get paid to support your client. It shouldn't be the other way around, where your client has to continually support and protect your mental health. Like, the reality of working with disabled people is just that, life is not the best. And if that's something you can't handle, then you shouldn't be working in the industry of disability. You shouldn't be working with trauma, and you should not be working with vulnerable people. And if you do have to cease services with them, you should not tell them that it's their deterioration or that, like, their life circumstances, their inability to get help, or whatever it may be. You shouldn't throw it back on the client, because it makes them feel worse. It makes them more vulnerable, and it's just so unprofessional. And then you shouldn't give them false hope by saying things like, "You're a beautiful person. I love working with you, and I hope that we can maintain in each other's lives after we've stopped working together," but then go and block them on all platforms, ignore their text messages, emails, and everything for a week. Cease, call in sick at the last minute. Promise to help that person find another support worker and transition properly, so that services can end in a nice way and the person isn't left abandoned, unsupported. But the support worker that's just left me has done all the opposite to that. They've just abandoned me. They've cancelled shifts at the last minute when I had things planned. I'd spent money on tickets for things, and then, I had to pull a random support worker off the internet at the last minute. When you're a trauma survivor and you struggle to relate to people and you have trust issues and you struggle with change and you struggle with new people, and you've worked with someone for 19 months, been with them through cancer and everything else, and know that, this person really values honesty and relationships and cannot be, struggles with change, but also cannot be abandoned in a traumatic way. But then you go and do all the stuff that has been done to that person in the past and traumatized them in the past. And then when that person has DID and alters, right, and you tell them they're leaving, but you don't give them time or space to process that grief, and then you come to work knowing that that person has a disability that flares with stress, that unexpected switching and stuff is going to happen, and then you come to work and all that happens, and then you demand that person to get up and function and come outside and walk around and stuff before you finish work in half an hour so that you can go home and be okay is not professional, and it's not on. You can't demand that a person comes out of a dissociated, switched state, for starters. You can't demand that they function when they're upset. You're meant to help whatever part is out at the time if they're struggling. You don't just demand that they stop and someone else comes so that they can feel comfortable enough to finish their work shift at the end of the day. It's hurtful to those parts, especially if they're young and little. So if you're going to work in the NDIS sector and you're going to work with vulnerable disabled people, you need to take care of yourself and you need to be professional. And if you can't do that, then you should not be in the industry at all. You get paid to support these people. We are not cash cows. We deserve honesty and respect and support, not abandonment, not being made to feel like we have to put your support needs and your mental health above our own. We don't get paid to support you. You get paid to support us. And to just cease services and walk away in the way that it's happened is absolutely disgusting. And it should not have happened in the way that it did. And I speak on behalf of all NDIS participants and disabled people when I say that. So that's all I wanted to come on here and say. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Consider subscribing, doing all that stuff, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.